Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we're looking at a 2005 release by Figures Toy Company from their Gerry Andersons Space 1999 series of 8-inch action figures. Now these action figures were all based on the original Mego action figures from the 1970s, which were distributed through the UK and Europe by Palitoy. Okay, and this particular figure we are looking at today is the Companion, and it is from the TV episode The Infernal Machine, which starred Leo McKern as the Companion. Now Leo obviously was an actor for many years, loads of starring roles. I think his biggest role was Rumpel of the Bailey. Anyway, I digress. Back onto this particular item. Okay, so this is the card that the figure comes on. And it says Space 1999 from the most spectacular space series ever. And it says the Companion from the Infernal Machine. And other figures in the same collection. You've got the Companion, you've got Tony Verdeschi, Sandra Baines, and number 8. And it says 8-inch action figures, collect them all. You've got the Figures Toy Company in the bottom left-hand corner. And that is it for the front of the card. Okay, so before we have a good look at the Companion, let's turn the card over and see what we got printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the card over, and this is what we got on the back. So it says Space 1999 from the most spectacular space series ever. You've got an eagle, an image of the eagle, that's the rescue eagle, at the space dock on Moonbase Alpha. And it says Series 1. So the figures in Series 1 by Alan Carter, Paul Morrow, Captain Xantor, and the Mysterious Alien. Series 2 was Professor Bergman, Maya, Mentor, and the Female Alien. Series 3 was Tony Verdeschi, Sandra Baines, the Companion, which is what this one is, and number 8. Series 4 was Professor Bergman from the episode Black Sun. Dan Mateo, Alan Carter in spacesuit, Paul Morrow in spacesuit, and then from Series 5 you have Ran from Missing Link, Baylor from End of Eternity, David Kano, the computer expert, and Bill Fraser, the pilot. It says 18 action figures, collect them all, bringing back childhood memories, and you've got the Figures Toy Company details at the bottom, along with the copyright information and the warning hazards. Okay, so that is the back of the card. So let's turn the figure back round now and have a good look at the Companion himself. Okay, so I've zoomed in on the Companion figure, and let's just go a little bit closer to his face. There you go. There's the facial features of the Companion, and you can see just on the left there is what the image is, well, another image of the figure itself. But it is based on Leo McKern's portrayal of the Companion from the TV episode The Infernal Machine, and which he starred in. Now, I think the sculpting on these figures are amazing. The facial features are brilliant. They do look so much like the actual actor that played the part. In this instance, obviously, it's Leo McKern. But such a very good likeness. I do think all these figures, even the original Mego ones come to that. The sculpting was very good. Okay, and just like all of these figures, there's 8 inches tall, and as with the Mego and Palitoy figures, they were all dressed in fabric clothing as opposed to just being plain plastic, and this one is no exception. He comes dressed in his black cloak, which he wore in the TV episode, and his black boots. Multiple points of articulation, as do all the Mego figures. So you've got head, shoulders, hands, waist, knees, and feet. So good articulation, and can be posed in many a position. Now, I said these are all based on the original Mego figures. Now, the Mego figures ran for only a couple of years, and they did fairly well, but come to an end because of the axing of the TV series. But the original run only had 5 figures, and that was Commander Koenig, Alan Carter, Paul Morrow, the Mysterious Alien, and Captain Xantor. So they were the only 5 figures that Mego ever produced. And as I say, that and the Alan Carter one, incidentally, was dressed in a spacesuit. All the rest of them, Paul Morrow and John Koenig, was in the usual Alpha uniform, and obviously the mysterious alien and Captain Xantor were dressed in their own alien clothing. So, but because of the TV being axed, Mego never produced another series with more figures. So it was only those original 5. Now, how well did these do? Well, I don't think these done particularly well. They were a very limited run by Figures Toy Company, and very few of them made them over here in the UK. They were very difficult to find. Some specialist toy stores had them, but not very many. I remember when we had the shop, we had to import them over from the States just to put on the shelf, and they literally wasn't on the shelf for long, and they were straight off, but we could only get very small quantities. And that just appears to be how the whole run went. They were all produced in limited quantities, and very, very few made it to the UK. Now, as a result, obviously, these figures are now incredibly collectible. I don't know whether the toy manufacturers do this deliberately to keep the value of the figures up, or just to keep them in high demand. But they do seem to do limited runs on most figures, and that's still as it is today. Whether that's just because the TV series end or the TV series moves on, and they just drop the lines when the stars change or the actors change, I don't know. But anyway, I'm digressing again. Highly collectible, very sought after, especially in this mint unopened condition. Incidentally, a few people have mentioned to me that the quality of these Figures Toy Company ones are not as good as the Mego. I don't know myself because I've never taken one out. I've always kept the figures that we've had in the sealed cards, on the sealed cards. So I'm not 100% sure about that, but I would just thought I'd mention it, that some people say they're not, the quality of them is not as high grade as the Mego ones. Anyway, but the collectability goes without saying. Very collectible, very sought after, and very difficult to find. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they're currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Space 1999 items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we are uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely sure you don't want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we are shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something older you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.